Last episode was a tough one for me. I had computer issues and unfortunately we had to simulate the results of the Friends of Cole Bowl against West Virginia. The good news is Coach Mayo and Marshall got the win and our undefeated season did not see any funny business with the sim. We continue to have the top recruiting class in the country, and today we face an NC State team that has come out of nowhere to challenge us for the ACC crown. I'm Kimbroplays, let's go. At the end of last week's episode, I promised we would take a look at Travis Rogers at the start of this one, and here we are. I want to give the 79 overall outside linebacker his appropriate spotlight. Rogers, a 4-star, the number 9 outside linebacker in the class from Arizona. He's 6'1", 220, and is a tackling machine. You think of a guy like Kerryon Martin on our defense, I think that's what Rogers could become in the future. 82 speed, 87 acceleration, 80 strength, but an 88 tackle the day he steps on campus. You add that to 81 play recognition, and I think he's going to diagnose, attack, and make a boatload of tackles. I can't wait to see him fly around in our defense. With Marshall idle last week, the committee still prefers Florida over us for the top spot, but we are firmly in at number 2 right now. The rest of the top 10, however, is wild. So if we take out Georgia, take a listen to some of the names who are here. Northwestern, Arkansas State, Akron, Nebraska, and Northern Illinois. Crazy, but also really cool to see some of these other programs bubble up here in Season 5. Today's a big one in the conference. And we have had a lot of big ones this season, but a loss this late in the year could be tough to overcome and prevent us from getting into the playoff race. So we got to go on the road and take care of business against one of the hotter teams in NC State. Dave Doran is in charge of the Wolfpack, working in year 1 of a 6-year extension, and he's helped this program elevate big time. 8 straight seasons above 500, and in our little alternate reality in this series, they've been on a run. Multiple 11 or 10 win seasons recently, and if you want to knock him on anything, it's his record in top 25 games, and I'm sure they'll be looking to improve on that record today. B+ overall with a B+ offense and a B defense. This is a really solid NC State team. They're top 25 in points per game, 13th in passing offense, and they sport a top 25 run D with a top 20 turnover differential. So the stats say this is a good team as well, but let's look at the roster. 94 overall, Aaron McLaughlin leads this team. 6'5", 233 pounds, the 5th-year senior is super talented, but it looks like he's also dealing with a bit of a high ankle sprain. He's probable for this one, but it'll be something we keep an eye on if he can go. The rest of the talent on this roster is spread out pretty nice. They've got some solid secondary players, 2 really good linebackers, and 2 great guards along the offensive line. They jumped out to a 3-0 start to the year, and then they dropped back-to-back road games against 2 teams we've played and we know are actually pretty solid. They lose at Washington and at Syracuse. But then check out this run. They beat Florida State. Then they go on the road and beat Clemson and North Carolina in back-to-back weeks, and then come back home with a solid win against a 6-3 Boston College team that's pretty good. Just a really impressive run by the Wolfpack. Marshall, as you know, has moved to 9-0 and has scored 30+ points in every game. This ranked road game is truly the final regular season test, however, as the next 2 weeks you'll see us taking on Wake Forest and Louisville, who are a combined 1-17 on the season so far. Yikes. Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, home to the Wolfpack since 1966. In their history, NC State at its best usually fights for ACC titles, finishes somewhere in the top 20 of the AP poll. That's about the level of program they've been at their peak, but they do have some notable alumni for sure. Hall of Fame coach Bill Cowher played at NC State in college. Super Bowl champ Torrey Holt has his number retired, and of course they've had number 1 overall pick Mario Williams and a bunch of good QBs like Jacoby Brissett, Russell Wilson, and Phillip. So it's a solid program for sure. NC State's gonna get this one first. From their 25, McLaughlin in shotgun, dumping it left to Houston. He's got 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 in the pistol, turning, play action, looking left to the sideline. Really nice play. Ryan Young in coverage reaches up to swat this one away. Quickly, first possession, it's a 3rd and 5. McLaughlin protected decently, hit as he throws, and this one goes a little wide, and it's a fast 3-and-out for the Marshall defense. NC State at home. This battle of 7-2 and 9-0, Marshall and NC State. I know their fans are fired up for this one. They're starting to get loud. That's a hot start. TFL on first down. Now, this one's a little wide from Fuqua. Both quarterbacks need to settle into the game a little bit through the air. Sets us up with a 3rd and 11. Fuqua drifting, looking, finding nobody. Now turns and pivots, throws at Chancellor Bright. This one was tight coverage, but he's got the first down. 16 yards to Chancellor Bright. Marshall on the logo, turning and giving. It's Ethan Payne, his second carry of the day. Rumbles for a first down. Now, in shotgun, gets it going left. Ethan Payne juking upfield. He's got 10 on this one. 2nd and 11. Fuqua trying to dump it down to John Bass. I think he ran into his teammate running double drag routes. Unfortunate incompletion as we're not off to a hot start through the air. 3rd and 11. This one's easy, though. Brennan Armstrong across the middle. 17-yard reception and a first down. That sets us up inside the 15-yard line around the 12. Now quickly, on 2nd down, dumping it out. It's a short pickup for Ethan Payne as he gets quickly tackled. Leaves us with a 3rd and 9 as we hit the drag route to William Matthews trying to push forward. Gets gang tackled along the sideline. He's going to be just short, and Marshall's faced with a big decision. 4th and 1. First possession of the game for Marshall. They're going to give to Payne out of shotgun. He's going to get stood up, but he does have the first down. Now a 1st and goal. Fuqua on the keeper, trying to get in on zone read, and somehow this guy, defensive end Courtney White, is able to not only stop the run of Payne, but flip around and stop Fuqua as well, but it's to no avail. Ethan Payne on 2nd and goal gets this one out of the backfield as they lose track of the running back. Easy pitch and catch. Fuqua diagnoses it, finds Payne and Marshall into the end zone, and up early, 7-0. Second possession of the day for NC State. McLaughlin inside give to Potts, and he's got a little bit of room. Finds 8 yards, leaving them with a 2nd and 2. McLaughlin in shotgun, well protected again. Check down to Potts. It's only a short pickup, but it does get the first. Now play action, nope. Quarterback keeper, and McLaughlin tries to run for it. Josh Hardiman was all over him in the backfield with the TFL. As they turn and give it to Potts, getting some good blocks, cutting it back. 10 yards for Greg Potts, their running back. A few plays later, it's a 3rd and 1. This is Matt Webb going to be able to sneak across the first down line. 2nd and 10. McLaughlin stepping up in the pocket, delivers a strike out to the sideline on the corner route. It is to number 83, Daryl Johnson, and he's got a 32-yard reception. First down gain of 4. Now a 2nd and 6, and Potts is going to power through Malcolm Folk and get the first, and they're inside the 10. Really nice looking drive here by NC State. Marshall doing a good job on this particular play, stringing him out. Rasheed Price gets the TFL. 3rd and 8. McLaughlin looking left, finding Houston. Kind of gets bumped, and he's going to be short. So they're going to be stuck with a 4th and 1. They're going to decide to go for it. McLaughlin turn around, give, looking to Sims, and Marlon Sims is going to haul it in. They go for it on 4th and 1, and they completely shake us out of our shoes with the play action. McLaughlin finds Sims, his top receiver, in the back of the end zone, and NC State is on the board. As we see the studio update here, 10-3, Clemson leading over Syracuse as they are getting close to halftime in that one. Marshall has it back, 7-7 ball game. Out of the pistol, Ethan Payne up the middle, short. Little pickup, only 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9, getting on the edge. Fuqua pressured, gonna scramble and slide down. Protects himself, and that's the end of the first quarter. Now a 2nd and 9, giving up the middle to Payne as he finds some room. Nice rumble by Ethan Payne, 15 yards. He's already up to 40 yards on 8 carries. And of course, has that receiving touchdown. 1st and 10, giving it right to Payne, cutting it back. He's got 9 now. Setting Marshall up across midfield, 2nd and 1. Giving inside, fighting forward. He's got 5 and a first. Marshall doing work on the ground. A lot of NC State possessions with only 3 down linemen, so we've tried to take advantage, but there's Casey Smith in and going to get tackled in the backfield by Jordan Poole. Nice play by NC State, 2nd and 12. Fuqua scrambling, trying to find something. He's going to get what he can and get out of bounds. It's a 3rd and 9 now. Play action from about the 35-yard line. Fuqua drifting, thought about scrambling, now steps up and moves in the middle of the field. Kind of interesting. We usually get around on the outside. This time Fuqua found space and just ran it up the middle, motioning William Matthews into the backfield on 2nd and 8. Play action. Well protected, throwing left. Matthews has it, fights off the defender. 21-yard touchdown. William Matthews, and this is a nice play as James Fuqua, 6 of 9 already for 2 touchdowns. This is just an out route, but it's from a condensed sort of formation as we brought Matthews in from his wide split. He stiff arms the DB, finds a way into the end zone. Marshall takes the lead back. 14-7 is our score as they give it to Potts here on the first play of the 3rd drive. Gets hit hard by Hardiman, but he's got 4. Now, speed option. McLaughlin going to get drugged down. Jermaine Johnson all over him. Well done there by Jermaine. 3rd and 9. McLaughlin looking right, breaking a tackle in the backfield, now flipping back to the right. Watkins gets up and swats this one away. Really nice play by David Watkins as they tried to go with the screen, and it was all kinds of messed up. They quickly punt it, 3 plays, and now we have it back at midfield after a good punt return. First play of the drive, Tommy Chambers up the center, and he's got 47 yards down to the 2-yard line. Beautifully done here. For some reason, you see him in the backfield there. That safety comes flying up. Tommy's just running a go ball. Fuqua recognizes it and puts it on him. And Marshall has it from about the 3. 1st and goal. Fuqua looking, drifting, and nope, he finds Ethan Payne. He's put you in a bind. You think that you can cover him, and then suddenly he gets outside of the pocket, and if you come towards him, he's going to find a receiver. If you play off of him, he's going to keep it himself. So dangerous in the red zone, James Fuqua, as Ethan Payne has his 2nd score of the day. 2nd one through the air as well. 4:35 left to go in the first half. Marshall got the 2-touchdown lead. McLaughlin on 1st down, play action, and he finds Johnson again, his tight end. And again, it's a 32-yard reception. Insane that this guy is automatic on a corner route for 30 yards. As they give it to Potts on 2nd and 8, he's going to find some room as he got around the edge of Jermaine Johnson. Really nice run by Potts, who has his best run of the day. 3:45 to go, giving left to Potts. Daniels and Watkins racing over there, going to keep him to a minimal 3-yard gain. But they are back inside the red zone at the 15. McLaughlin feeling the pressure, shakes off a tackle in the backfield, and he's going to get upfield for 6. Gets drugged down. Sets them up, though, with a 3rd and 1. Potts moving left as Folk gets to him, but he's going to find a way to get to the 1st down stick. Potts converts. Sets them up with a 1st and goal. Speed option, and he goes, Carry-on Martin's going to smoke him. Loss of 4 yards as McLaughlin doesn't pitch it and takes the big shot. 2nd and goal now. 2:30 to go, and look at this play. Really nicely done. Again, these speed options are killing them. Aiden Hubbard is all over that one. 3rd and goal, 2 minutes to play. McLaughlin pump fakes, now tries to step up in the pocket, and he's going to get sacked. Back-to-back impact plays on D by Aiden Hubbard. That's going to force NC State to settle for the field goal after what was a really promising drive. They do tack it on, and Clemson now down. Early 3rd quarter to Syracuse, 13-10. Now it's a 21-10 score as Fuqua gets the next drive started, as this one should have been intercepted, and then it should have been incomplete. What in the world did I just see? We tried to lob this to the sideline towards Chancellor Bright. It bounces off the DB, then off of Bright's foot, and John Bass comes back for it and gets it. Sets us up with a 2nd and inches. That was insane. As we go up the middle, Ethan Payne able to get it. Coach Mayo's going to call the timeout. So we're going to preserve the time on this 2-minute drill. We had all of our timeouts. We check it down to Armstrong, trying to work his way to the sideline. He's able to get 9, but no more. So we're going to go fast. Inside give to Ethan Payne. Make sure we get the 1st. Now take the timeout. 2nd timeout of the drive. 51 seconds to go. 1st and 10, just shy of the 50. Fuqua drifting, now getting outside of the pocket, trying to get what he can and get out of bounds. He's got the 1st. 12-yard scramble for James Fuqua after an incompletion. Now it's a 2nd and 10 as we load up, launching to the end zone. Cedric Britt, the freshman tight end. Oh my goodness. This always feels like one we should win. He's 6'6", and he just gets sort of boxed out by Reed, the safety. I literally will take this shot 10 times out of 10, expecting us to go up and make the play, but as you see here, the animation just doesn't really happen for us. He kind of just gets shouldered and elbowed out of the way, and it's a big-time NC State interception. Nice play for them to end this promising Marshall drive. 28 seconds left to go before the end of the half, and they find Spencer Houston on the sideline. NC State going to try to push the ball downfield and find some points as well. 23 seconds left to play. 2nd and 10, flipping it, dropped. They had a guy coming across the middle on the slant. Quickly to 3rd and 10. McLaughlin under pressure, fights off the tackle, Hubbard, and then he's going to get drugged down by Johnson. Jermaine Johnson gets the sack, and that clinches it for the halftime score. It's 21-10, as this basically top 10 battle has been pretty competitive and pretty interesting so far. 136 passing yards for Marshall to just 93 for NC State, 92 rushing yards to just 52, so we're definitely moving the ball on them, although both teams have had about the same time of possession, and of course we turned it over. As we get the 3rd quarter started, going to continue to ride Ethan Payne, who's had a great first half. Ethan Payne powering forward, is going to get himself a 12-yard carry. Good start to the 3rd quarter. Ethan Payne, now Fuqua on the play action. Keeping it himself, getting outside, and he's going to step out of bounds, protect himself. 18-yard scramble as man coverage had everybody downfield covered up. Now Ethan Payne stumbling, falling forward some more. Another 12-yard carry and another first down. As we turn and give this time to Casey Smith, giving him a break. That's an 8-yard carry for him. Short pickup on second down. Now Casey Smith on 3rd and inches, trying to get to the sideline, and he's not going to be able to get there. Really nice play by NC State. And Marshall's going to have to trot out Kevin Hayes, who's going to drill it. Of course he does from 47. Marshall tacks on 3. 24-10 our score. First possession of the third for NC State. Malcolm Folk doing a nice job working through the blockers. It's going to bring down Potts. Short pickup on second down, leaving them with a quick 3rd and 8. McLaughlin to his boy Sims on the sideline as he's going to fight and get drugged down. Really nice job by the Marshall D to gang tackle him. And surprisingly, they're not going to go for it. They're going to punt it back to us. And on that first play, James Fuqua keeps it himself, has 13. 2nd and 9, giving it to Ethan Payne out of the pistol look as he runs left and gets 7. 3rd down, Fuqua drifting, feeling pressure. Going to keep it himself and slide down and protect himself. As we're already down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the 3rd quarter. As on 2nd down, we get a short little gain of 4 from Casey Smith. Now it's a 3rd and 6 as we dump it across the middle to Chancellor Bright. 10-yard reception, beautifully done on the slant by Bright to convert it. A few plays later, it's a 2nd and 10 as we find Armstrong on the shake route up the seam. That is too hard to cover. He's just too good in space. 1st and 10 from about the 10. Payne tucking his head down, falling forward. He's got a 7-yard carry, and Marshall still can get the first down. It's a 2nd and 3 upcoming. So we flip it out quickly to Lou Walker, who's going to get gang tackled on the screen pass. 3rd and 2, and it's wide. So we throw it too far in front of Chancellor Bright. Sort of an errant throw by James Fuqua, which you don't see very often, but we're going to go for it. 4th and 2, play action. Looking left, lobbing to the end zone. No, Chandler Taylor, the true freshman Taylor, goes up, kind of comes back to this quarterback, tries to get this one, but gets hit as he's got the ball in his clutches. It lodges free, and that's a turnover on downs as we were inside the 2-yard line. NC State going to get it back as they turn and give to Potts on first down, pushes the pile. He's got 2. 2nd and 8. They go speed option, and McLaughlin right at the end zone. Jermaine Johnson all over him, gets the 3rd TFL of the day, and we got to look at this. Oh my gosh, he barely gets that ball outside. 3rd and 13, Potts stumbling in the end zone, and he's going to go down. That is a safety for Marshall as Potts took this handoff. Check this out. He's going to tie up his feet with his offensive lineman. He starts to stumble. Malcolm Folk grabs him from behind, brings him down in the end zone, and Marshall secures the safety. Now a 26-10 score as they hit the punt. Got to give us the ball back, and it goes straight out of bounds from the punter Carter. So we're going to get some great field possession, and we sure do from the 50-yard line. 34 seconds left in the 3rd quarter as Fuqua makes a few changes quickly. Takes the 7-step drop. Steps up, looking for Chancellor Bright, lobbing it, and it's well defended. As he threw into double coverage, it gets swatted down. Now we're going to run it to Ethan Payne on the next play, and this one's going backwards. Really nice job by Jay Bentley, number 92. He actually had the deflection on that Chandler Taylor play as they dropped him into zone coverage, leaving us with a 3rd and 11 to the sideline right, and it's going to get swatted away. Nice play by David Meyer, leaving his feet, diving to swat that one down, forces Marshall's punt. NC State has the ball back. 1-yard run for Potts up the middle on the first play of the drive. Now they give it to Potts again, who leaps over a few tacklers, fights off another. It's a really tough run of 7, leaving them with a 3rd and 2 as they give it to Webb on the triple option dive play. He's got 4 yards, picks it up. Now a 2nd and 8. McLaughlin in the shotgun looking sideline to Houston, keeps his feet in bounds, gives a short 3 yards. Now on a 3rd and 5, they flip it out to Sims, and he's got enough. Marlon Sims, 9 yards, converts the first. 2nd and 10, turn and give to Potts, and it opens up for him because he's got some space, and Kenneth Daniels is going to drag him down along the sideline, but a really nice job. Potts up to 96 yards. He's ran the ball well today. Webb on the dive again. 8 yards for Matt Webb as he gets out of shotgun and takes these dive plays right up the middle. 2nd and 2, Potts fights off Daniels and then gets drugged down by Eric Love. Good play, going to force the 3rd and inches. Shotgun for McLaughlin. Standing in there, and he's just going to throw it away. Pressure was bearing down on him, clearly on 3rd and inches, he knew they were going for it. That's why he was able to throw this one away. Now a 4th and inches play. McLaughlin to the end zone, has a man. It's Johnson, and look at Kenneth Daniels. Are you kidding me? What a play by the free safety. This is a touchdown for the tight end until Kenneth Daniels comes through with the hit stick and lodges the ball free. Holy, turnover on downs. Marshall's gonna get it. What a play. That was awesome by Kenneth Daniels. As we find Ethan Payne on the first carry of the drive, trying to get the ball out of our own end zone area. Ethan Payne on 2nd and 2, back-to-back runs for him. Breaks this one open for 11, 1st down. 2nd and 11 after a TFL. Fuqua looking to get some room out on the edge, gonna keep it himself, gets the 1st down and barely steps out. Could have had a few more yards. Has 12, however, gets the 1st. Marshall across midfield. 3 minutes to go in the 4th. Don't have to do too much here. Yes, slide down on the scramble. 2nd and 7. We turn and give it to Payne as we try to bleed some more of this clock. NC State's going to take their first timeout as we pick up a few. It's going to leave us with an important 3rd and 4 here. Play action. Payne in pass protection. Fuqua nowhere to go with it. Just decides to tuck it. Smart play. Protects himself. Gets 3 and forces them to use a timeout. We're going to go for it on 4th and 2 as we find Brennan Armstrong along the sideline. That is huge. That conversion is really important. I know it stops the clock, but it's going to make it really difficult for them to get the ball back. Very next play, Fuqua, zone read keeper, another 1st down, 13-yard carry, and this one is basically on ice. 1st and goal as we're going to try to punch it in. Fuqua gets hit in the backfield, spins off a tackle, picks up a couple. 1:04 to play as we go counter to Payne, and that one's beautiful. 7-yard touchdown run for Ethan Payne. Brian Justice out there laying out a linebacker on the 2nd level. Check this out. Look at 79. Boom. Out of the way. Touchdown. Ethan Payne. 33-10. Marshall has the lead. And on garbage time in the very next play, McLaughlin, 48 seconds left. He tries to flip it out on the screen. Mario Sanders doing him dirty. This was a beautiful play. Check this out as he makes the one-hander as he kind of overran it, reaches back, snags it, and it's green grass. Pick 6. And that'll be a big GG's for Marshall. 40-10 is the final score as Marshall gets it done. That's a fun way to wrap it up. Mario gets the pick 6. Marshall puts the exclamation point on this game. Ethan Payne rumbles to a player of the game, 3 touchdowns on 129 yards rushing, and Marshall wins it 40-10 on the road. We blanked them in the second half and asserted our dominance on the ground, 252 yards rushing for us as a team to just 95 for NC State. That was really the difference in this one, and we will gladly get this win and advance another ranked victory in this wild ACC conference. We've proven that we are a top team, and today was another step in that maturation. Beautifully done by the boys as James Fuqua puts on another show today as well. Moving on to week 13 and Wake Forest, but first, bang! Big news on the trail as 3 big commits are joining this class. Headlined by our second 5-star in the cycle, Isaiah Seward. Charles Smith also in the class, the corner, and RJ Thompson, the athlete. All 3 solid guys that we've been chasing hard. And we also see Alex Scott, the wide receiver, another high-end guy. He's ready to come to campus for a visit, and we continue to stay in the battle for top targets like George Miller, Aaron Sowell, the middle linebacker, and Leon Wright, the #1 running back. This class is unreal. Only 5 scholarships are all that we have room for. I think we're going to miss out on a few key guys simply due to the numbers crunch, but either way, the best class got a little bit better today. 20 total commits with 13 guys who are 4-star or better. It's both quality and quantity, and I can't wait to see these guys get on campus. Let's first talk about the big 5-star. Isaiah Seward, the #9 ranked wide receiver in the class, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's a big-bodied possession-style receiver. I see him playing on the outside, running lots of posts, digs, corner routes. His speed is fine. At 88, we can work with that, but the acceleration at just 83 and the agility at 83 tell me he's a long strider who will be best running in straight lines and using that big frame to make catches. But I will say that 93 carry rating, 85 ball carrier vision, he might give you a little run after the catch too. Next guy, Charles Smith. He's a 3-star JUCO, but this guy can absolutely play. He comes to us from California, 5'11", 180. He's a little bit on the lighter side, but he makes up for it with elite athleticism. 95 speed, 96 acceleration, 90 agility, and 90 jumping. Sheesh. He can play some man coverage. He's got it at 81, but only 76 press. You won't want him to do a ton of that for you. Where you're going to want to play him and his 90 zone coverage is reading the quarterback's eyes, jumping routes with that crazy closing speed. The ideal situation, since he's coming in as a JUCO, I would love to get him a redshirt year, buy him that extra time of development before we ask him to contribute to the D heavily. Last of the commits today, RJ Thompson, 4-star athlete, also from California, 5'10", 183. RJ's going to be one of those guys who we have to find a place for him once the roster moves fully shake out. His 92 speed and coverage skills in the 80s absolutely means he could play in the secondary, but his 80 route running and 81 release means you could see him at wide receiver. Oh, and just casually, he has 80 throw power and 79 throw accuracy. So you really could stash him and make him quarterback of the future as well. It's actually wild. We'll see what's up with RJ this offseason, and we'll find a place to play him. I mentioned it moments ago, 5 scholarships left are all that we have space for, and here are the guys that the game considers to be in battles with other schools. Obviously, we talked about Wright and Soule and Miller. Those are the big ones that we really want, but I think there are going to be a few guys that we simply can't bring in because of the numbers. Welcome back to the top spot, Marshall. Impressed by our solid road win versus NC State, the committee has made us the #1 team in the nation again. It feels good. And for the first time in what feels like forever, maybe all season, no team inside the top 10 lost. So it's pretty much chalk from last week, and our top 4 is Marshall, Florida, Northwestern, and Arkansas State if the season ended today. I think technically we need one more win to clinch the division, but our ticket to the ACC title game is almost punched. Today felt really good. Wake Forest also got a win, so now they're sitting at 2-8 on the season. They are up next, and my hope now is just to stay healthy and get the starters out early. Thanks for the love on this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later. Peace.